already, right? But as soon as you start to customize it to your industry, your niche, and everything like that, it's going to get even crazier because you're going to keep customizing solutions, because as you work with your clients, you're going to figure out, oh, these are other things I can help with. These are other bottlenecks that you're currently having issues with, like me. Let me help you build a solution around that. Hey guys, it's Nick here with Consulting Profits, and today I'm going to be talking about how to start a consulting business in 2024 and actually have an offer where you can scale it to multi-6 or even 7 figures without feeling stressed out, having low profit margins, and ultimately just being commoditized. We're in a very competitive time where there's a lot of trust issues in the market, and also in an economic time where there's just not a lot of money, where, a couple years ago, even just a short few years ago, there was a ton of money in the economy. So people were buying anything and everything. And as a result, a lot of people in the agency space, coaching, consulting, course creator space came out with offers, and it's not only become super commoditized, but also it's gone to the point where there's a lot of empty promises that were made. So if you're still around, or you've recently just started your agency or course business, I'm going to show you how to pivot that to a consulting business in 2024 and have this offer going into 2025 where you can actually thrive with it. So right now, you're probably one of these, right? You probably have an agency, you're a coach, or you're a course creator. And all of these have certain liabilities to them. So I'll kind of break those down with each one. So an agency, the problem is that your offer is becoming commoditized. I was actually just talking with someone today, actually one of my clients that I'm consulting him on his agency with and actually helping him add in a leverage consulting offer. One of the conversations we were having is, why is it commoditized? Like, why is his offer commoditized? So the reason it's commoditized is because if you only solve one facet of their business that anyone can solve, really low barrier of entry, you're really just going to get outpriced. It's just a race to the bottom. So if you just offer Facebook ads and that's all you do, well, any freelancer, anyone can go watch a YouTube video and essentially learn Facebook ads, right? People in third world countries, you have super amazing marketers in the Philippines, India, those countries who are literally charging a fraction of what agencies are charging and offering a better service. It's like, good luck competing with that, because they can charge a couple $100 a month and totally be fine with it. Whereas you're trying to charge $2,000, $3,000 a month, right? So what you need to do is actually pivot your offer to more of a consulting offer. So it's actually a customized solution. I'm going to get into more of what that actually looks like. If you're a course creator, well, good luck selling a course when everything's on YouTube, right? That's the number one objection I hear from course creators. You're trying to sell something for, thousands of dollars, a course for thousands of dollars. Well, good luck, because everything's on YouTube, right? I'm trying to put everything on YouTube. People don't care about information. They care about implementation, which is where leverage consulting also comes in. If you're a coach as well, the good old offer with a course and having, like just group calls and stuff like that, that's also not going to work, because again, they don't care about information. That's why I'm releasing all this information on YouTube for free, is because there's going to be a certain percentage of people who want to work with me closer to help them customize a solution into their business, right? Which is what I spend my whole day doing now, is actually consulting certain businesses and helping them implement certain solutions into their business to help take them to the next level, right? So I'll get into more about what that actually looks like and how that actually works. But more than anything, I want you to understand how any of those offers are very commoditized, right? So now when we look at leverage consulting, it's a more customized solution, right? You're not only making more profit, you can charge a ton more for it because it's a customized solution. People pay way more for customized solutions. It's also, ironically, costs you less time to fulfill on it, right? And you don't deal with silly clients. The clients where, if you're an agency owner, like you've probably had the clients where they haggle you down. You decide to take this really low offer, right? You drop your prices, you discount your prices, and they're the ones who are constantly calling you, right? Oh, I need more leads, or it's not good enough, this and that. And you're just dealing with the problem client. When you do leverage consulting, you just deal with better clients, higher level clients that want a solution that actually is going to help them scale, right? So how do you actually do this? Well, let's take a look at a typical SMMA offer, right? So your typical SMMA offer pretty much is just straight lead gen. So and that's okay, right? If you're getting your feet wet and you're just starting your agency, this is a good offer to start with. Are you going to scale it to 6 or 7 figures? Probably not. But can you make your first few $1,000s doing it? Absolutely, right? But we're talking about scaling to a 7-figure level. You need a much better offer. So the problem with this is that it just offers lead gen, right? And if you're trying to charge $2,000 a month, you might maybe add some SMS automations if you're like a half decent agency owner. So the problem with this is that this only solves one part of the problem. So let's say we're talking about, a realtor, right? The biggest thing I've seen with real estate agency owners is that they just send a ton of leads. It's so easy for them to toss an Facebook ad up and generate, hundreds of leads a month. But the thing is, you'll always hear them say the lead quality sucks. They're not calling the leads on time. Their sales process sucks. And because of those things, you end up losing money, right? You're the person who actually is the loser here because you don't retain that client. You only win when your client makes money and continues to work with you. The MRR model is fantastic, but relies on actually getting your clients great result. Now, the problem is not that you're a bad marketer. You're probably actually doing an okay job generating leads. The problem lies in the fact that you're not solving all the other issues and objections, not even objections, right? But you're not solving all the bottlenecks in their business that will allow them to succeed. So that's the problem, is it's not a customized solution. It's just basically generating leads, which in theory would be great, but in theory, they're also calling their leads on time. They also have a great sales process. They also have all these things. And that's the only time it actually works. And that's why every so often you get an amazing client who does stay with you and, actually gets results. It's not because the ads are different. It's because their inputs are just better. So how do you actually replicate those inputs over the course of multiple businesses so that you can actually rinse and repeat an offer like that? That's where leverage consulting comes in. So that's the issue, right? Is anyone can jump in and create this offer. So it also becomes a very, very commoditized offer. Like I said, anyone can just go watch a YouTube video on, like if you go on YouTube and you type in how to run Facebook ads for a realtor, you'll be able to run a real estate ad very quickly, like literally within like 10 minutes, right? So the problem is that the barrier of entry is really, really low. So that's fine, right? Like I said, it's okay at the beginning, but when you want to really scale, we need to bolt on something that's going to differentiate you for the market. And also, $2,000 a month is just not a lot of money. Like if you want to hit $100,000 a month, you need 50 clients. That's a lot of clients, right? So you also need to be able to create an offer where you're not pricing to the bottom. And that's like a decent retainer. A lot of the time, people are trying to charge like $500,000 a month. It's like, you didn't get into a business to make like peanuts. If you're going to jump into business and take a risk on yourself, you may as well make 7 figures a year. So hopefully that makes sense with the typical SMMA offer. Now let me show you what a leverage consulting offer is. Okay. So I want you to think of leverage consulting as a system that you build out for a specific type of business. The best companies in the world, right? So we look at like the top consulting companies like Deloitte. This is exactly what they do. They create customized solutions in certain verticals, right? So that's exactly what I want you to do, is take your business right now and look at the vertical you're succeeding in. So that could be, a specific niche, right? Whether that's roofing, home services, like whatever it is. Okay, so it's very likely that, you're probably you probably already have a niche. So look at the different things that you would actually need in order to be able to help that niche succeed, your client succeed. So the problem is, right, is that there's all these different steps in order for them to succeed. So if I break it down, so if you were to literally look at your most successful client and break down exactly all the inputs that are making them successful, that's the system you want to create. So let's take, the realtor, for example, right? So you can see lead generation. I've created like multiple points here, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different points. Okay. And literally, like, I mean, let's just look here. So 7 different points, like lead generation is 1 out of the 7. So if you're selling just lead generation, of course you're leaving it up to chance on the 6 other points that need to be solved in order for them to see success. Whereas if you're able to solve these different bottlenecks, they're literally like their chance of succeeding goes up through the roof. In fact, it's like closer to 100% because it's like you're solving every part of the problem. So let's take a look at each part, right? So with leverage consulting, the nice thing is that it's hard to build out because it's a lot to build out. You have to build a lot of systems and everything like that. It's not an overnight offer you're just going to toss together. But the best part about that is the barrier of entry is very high. As a beginner, you can't start consulting. Like, you just can't. You need to actually have some experience. So if you have had some clients in your agency, or you're a course creator who's trying to get into consulting and things like that, you've actually had clients, this is the perfect time for you to pivot your offer into a leverage consulting offer so you can just make a ton more, but also leverage your experience, right? Leverage your experience to actually be able to create an offer where it just cannot be mimicked, right? So let's take a look at this leverage consulting offer. So what I really love is that you can take aspects of your own business and actually utilize it for other businesses. Like, that's the best part, is because fundamentally I can go into any business and consult them essentially for the most part. Like, there's obviously certain specialized businesses that, I'd never be able to help. But for the most part, like, if I could go into a real estate business and basically create a brand new offer around leverage consulting and help them. I could go into roofing, any home services, whatever it is, it doesn't really matter. But for the most part, the fundamentals of business are the same. Like, I've run businesses for a long time now. I've scaled my own businesses to 7 figures. You started your own business. So it's like you can take that experience and turn that into your offer. Like, everyone is always so concerned about, oh, I've never run a roofing business before. Like, how can I consult a roofing business? Well, have you run a business before? Same fundamentals, right? So the same fundamentals being like, if you've created an offer for yourself, the first thing that you can do is help your client create a winning offer. So this is what I call offer consulting, right? That should absolutely be the first thing in order to help someone actually get to have a successful campaign, right? So help them create winning offers. Most of the time, a company doesn't have winning offers. So that's like an offer consulting facet that you can add on, okay? The next thing would be like ad creative consulting. So this is like actually helping them script the ads. Maybe you help them hire a videographer. Maybe, there's some done for you, done with you elements to that. But the point is that you need to create something, a system that actually creates, ads, like really good ads. So this is where you can start to, build out like certain scripts, certain winning templates, things like that. And then not only that, but maybe it's like you take the ad creative, and instead of them filming it, maybe you hire someone off of Fiverr to film it, right? There's so many different things that you can do just in these sections, right? To be able to add more value, right? So then it's like done. So this is a great offer. Done for you, Fiverr actor to film ads, right? So that like could be part of the offer. This is a really good offer already, even if you just did that. But then you take those winning ads and you actually launch and manage their campaigns. This is where majority of people live, so you should be able to do that. Most of them don't ever do this. It's like maybe you on your onboarding call, most of the time, this is what I see agency owners do. On their onboarding call, they say, what offers do you have? They don't actually consult them and give them like insights into what offers have done well, or here are my suggestions, or here are like things that we should create for an offer. Here are some things we should test. There's no consulting to it. I'd never see agency owners really take over and script ads and, you know, hire videographers or actors or things like that. It's like, these are things that you can easily implement. Like a Fiverr actor, the last one I hired was like $30 to film an ad. Like, it's super cheap, right? But it adds so much value for your client. It's like, these are the solutions that people aren't creating. And this is what consulting is. It's creating customized solutions. Everyone thinks consulting is just like hopping on a Zoom call and just like talking to the business owner. It's like, yeah, to a certain degree that is consulting, but consulting is also about being a consultant, is like thinking about solutions you can give to your client and helping them implement those solutions, right? So I always love to think of it as both a done with you and done for you kind of leveraged asset. So once you create their campaigns, typically the next sticking point is that they don't have either a CRM, and also they don't really have automations, right? So that's something that can easily be created. You can easily create those. In fact, if most agencies already do that, or you can just go hire like someone off of Fiverr to create these automations for like $100. Like, it's super, super easy to create these solutions. So, you know, that's super easy, right? You can start to build them a CRM and go high level, or, you know, any of those things, create automations and help them with like pipeline management. A lot of these businesses don't follow up with their leads. They don't have systems to follow up with their leads. They don't have emails going out. They don't have like SMS messages. Like, these are the things that you can add on that really don't cost any additional money. And it's such a high leverage solution because they can make so much more money just from utilizing a pipeline management system. So if you can create a pipeline management system and add it on to that, they're going to print. And then if you want to get even crazier, there's so many AI appointment setters out there. So what you can do is create an AI appointment setter, or hire someone for a very cheap rate to install an AI appointment setter. I mean, I was looking into this because I knew I was making this video, and also I'm looking into it for my consulting business as well. So an AI appointment setter, you can get them for like $100 a month for a really good one, $100 a month, right? And if you want to add this in to your offer, this is so much leverage, because now the client doesn't have to call the leads. The AI appointment setter just essentially is going to book all the leads and turn them into appointments. So like, they don't even have to do any appointment setting. They don't have to worry about any of that, right? The next thing would be to help them with their sales and their SOPs. And if you don't have any sales experience or things like that, you can take this one out. But the other thing too is, if you've done sales for your own business, sales is sales. You know, you can basically do very simple sales consulting. So let me give you a very simple example. I was talking to one of my clients, and he was saying, "Hey, I'm doing like adding on sales consulting to my offer," and he was actually talking to one of his clients about how he can actually make his sales process better. So anyhow, this was the advice, and this advice made his client $80,000, landed an $80,000 job. So instead of just sending an estimate over email, basically the advice was to hop on a Zoom call and do the sales call, or do the estimate and present the estimate over a Zoom meeting. And they ended up closing the deal. So can you fully attribute it? Yeah, I mean, maybe he could have sent the email and closed it, but I think a big part of it was just him actually being on the Zoom call and actually like having a conversation with the client over a Zoom, and actually being able to sell, right? So that's as sometimes as simple of like of sales consulting. Like, I mean, just consulting in general. Sometimes it's just very simple advice. Your goal is to help your client uncover very simple solutions, right? And then this is my favorite thing, bi-weekly consulting. I mean, so many people like to do check-in calls and things like that, But if you actually go into it with a consulting mindset where it's like you're uncovering new bottlenecks and creating more solutions around it, your offer is only going to get better. Like this is just an offer this is an amazing offer already, right? But as soon as you start to customize it to your industry, your niche and everything like that, it's going to get even crazier because you're going to keep customizing solutions, because as you work with your clients, you're going to figure out, oh, these are other things I can help with. These are other bottlenecks that you're currently having issues with, like me. Let me help you build a solution around that. And guess what? That solution adds to this whole infrastructure, and you can keep selling this infrastructure. So you build this infrastructure once and you can sell it to a bunch of businesses, right? Once this is built, these systems are very easy to replicate and sell into multiple businesses. You can literally sell this at easily a $10,000 price point for a 3-month implementation, right? And you sell this as a whole system and infrastructure, a consulting system, right? Then after the 3 months, then you can go to an MRR or even a percentage of revenue, whatever you want, and get them kind of on like a retainer model. But you want to be able to get paid up front. So the nice thing is that some of these things are going to cost money, right? For you to set up and build the solutions from it. However, if you're getting paid $10K up front, you can invest into these things and still probably have like an 85-90% profit margin, which is absolutely insane. So imagine if you start to sell 4 or 5 of these a month. In order for you to be able to do this normally, you'd need like 5 clients, right? But for one client, one high ticket client, you're selling this whole infrastructure. They're going to get better result. You're going to get MRR after. Guess what? You can probably charge more than $2,000 a month to continue consulting them and building more solutions and things like that. And it becomes less fulfillment, but much better results. Like this looks like a lot of fulfillment, but really at the end of the day, it's a lot more leveraged. A lot of this stuff becomes leverage, right? Because a lot of this is just build once and use it over and over and over again, the same system over and over and over again, right? Same with this. You build it once and then you can replicate it into other businesses, right? The more you sell, basically it's a positive flywheel. The more you sell, the stronger your offer is going to get, the easier it is going to get to fulfill. Okay. And eventually your price point is so damn high and your margins are so damn high that you can hire really great employees to help you implement and deploy this infrastructure, right? So it's just a win-win situation. And because of how difficult it is to build it out, and this is why beginners cannot build this. If you're a beginner, you cannot do this offer. If you have experience, you can do this offer, right? But the reason why is because it's just way harder of way higher of a barrier of entry. You just can't like overnight build this offer. It takes some time. But once it's built, it's going to sell like crazy. Your clients are going to get better results and your retention is going to become significantly better. So how do you actually get your first consulting clients, right? Well, the easiest way, and this is what I did for me to basically land like 150K worth of consulting clients very quickly, is make a list of your 100 potential clients. And this could be a combination of people you worked with in the past, old sales calls, old email lists, people on your social media, whatever it is, but make a list of 100. Create a short VSL with your offer, and a VSL could literally just be literally what I just went through, right? Like of me breaking down this offer. You can copy this offer if you want. This is like absolutely an amazing offer. And literally just send the VSL, right? And how you send it is literally just by using a simple message like this. I had one of my clients do this, and he closed like 7 consulting clients in month 1 on a brand new offer, brand new niche, no testimonials, no anything. And literally all he did was say, hey, I just created a brand new training on how you can add $100,000 to $200,000 to your business in the next 3 months. Mind if I send you the 5-minute training? They say yes, you send it, then follow up with them, book a call, and let the offer sell itself. This is what makes all the difference. It's not your sales ability. It's not your anything like that. It's your offer. Your offer is dialed in with leverage consulting. This will sell itself, right? And we're currently running ads to a very similar offer to this. And we're Our ROIs are absolutely insane. Close rates are absolutely insane. No price objections. It's so funny, right? Normally you get price objections for like 2K per month. You're always like, oh, I can't afford it. It's too expensive. That's just basically them saying, hey, I don't value this, not worth 2K a month. People have no objections at this price point. They don't care about the price point because they know if they have these things implemented, they're going to 10x their investment. So that's what you want when it comes to an offer. This is how you start a consulting business in kind of this weird economy and kind of time we're in right now. It's a weird time in the space. I've been in it for a while, and I've definitely have not seen it where it's this competitive and this saturated, if you will. But if it's this competitive and saturated, it means there's money to be made. And if you do it the right way, you can still make a ton of money, if not make more money, doing it the right way. If you're doing it the wrong way and you're utilizing old methods, right? Methods that you've heard from 2020, 2019, even 2021, those methods aren't going to fly right now. So take this offer. Hopefully it helps you, and hopefully it makes you a ton of money, and let me know how it goes for you. Other than that, I will see you in the next video. Take care.